Good evening.
Oh my God, we're here.
Midweek Mountains is
Boy,
back.
yay, it took 2 weeks, but you know what? We trucked through the mud and we made it here. It's like,
Okay.
what the hell are you
I
talking
don't
about?
know what she's talking about, but
We've been all over the place, and
Yep.
so we're finally back.
2 weeks ago, we had to be up at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, 2:30 because we were being
2:30,
picked up at
yeah,
3:15.
to go to the airport.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it was like, there's no way we're going to be
yeah.
doing a live at 9
So
p.m.
this guy right here, of course, makes me go to bed earlier than normal, and so yeah.
Yeah, and then last week we were
We planned
on a
on doing
cruise,
it.
and we planned on doing it, but
I forgot where we were.
and
I
that's
turned
when,
around, I was like, oh crap, we didn't do the live stream. And we were an hour ahead all week.
yeah, and that's one thing I'm going to have to add to our list here. The internet on our cruise was
I had no issues. You
troublesome.
You had issues.
At least for me. Yeah.
All right, we'll put it on the meh.
Yeah.
Put it on the meh list.
I mean, it was okay, but
No, you got to go to the comments.
there were a lot of difficulties getting connections.
Hopefully,
to
you guys
things,
found
so.
us because we haven't been here in a bit.
Yeah. All right.
Ah.
All right. Anyway, so where did we go? What did we do?
Wow, we went on Virgin Voyages for the first time.
Yep.
And for people that are not familiar with Virgin Voyages, it is 18 plus.
Yes.
No kids allowed.
Adults
18.
only.
Yes.
Yep. And we were on the Valiant Lady, sailing out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. So that was the first time that we embarked on a ship out of San Juan.
Mm-hmm.
It was a different experience for sure.
Yeah, and a little more expensive because we had to fly to somewhere. You know, at least Florida. I mean, it's a pricey, but it's not like.
Yeah, it was a little bit more pricey to fly there. Then again, the hotels in San Juan were killer.
Well, and I don't know if they're normally like that. See, that's the whole thing.
I don't know.
Because there was a festival going on.
But that was the next weekend.
It was, but people go. I don't know.
They're not going to stay there for a week.
I don't know. It was.
They can make all the excuses they want, but we were in San Juan for 2 nights, and the hotels were, I don't even know how much.
They were probably $300 to $400 a night.
A night.
Average.
And they were.
That's not. Yeah. That was not. That was a.
And they were not all that. I mean.
Yeah, it was not anything luxurious or anything. It was just a regular Marriott, like.
It was not even that great of a
and Marriott. It was old.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
But
so
anyway, so yeah, we spent a day in San Juan, a full day before we got on the ship, and it was interesting because
why?
They changed our embarkation ports.
Well, that was partly because of the festival.
It just kept, no, that had nothing to do with the festival. That had everything to do with what ships were in port and who got priority.
Okay.
So, yeah. So it was supposed to be in Old San Juan, and then it got moved to the Pan American Pier, and it's like they kept moving it back and forth. But
on the return, it was because of the festival.
No, it had nothing to do with the festival.
What I was told.
No.
All right, fine.
No. They have ships docked there all the time. Why not dock there if there's a festival? I don't know. I don't buy that. But it was last minute. It was like the day before that they said we were docking in Old San Juan.
So we had to change transfers and stuff.
Then they changed it last minute, and we had to change all the transfers.
Well,
and all
we
that
did,
kind of stuff.
but people that had the transfers already scheduled, they had to change them up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was different. But I will say, for Virgin was very accommodating to their guests, so we could check in early at 11:30 or something.
Check in,
or when we dropped our bags off.
Oh, I think they did that because they changed the port. They kept changing the port, so they had that available for us. Yes, they had a bag drop off.
Yeah, so they had a bag drop off, and we could drop off our bags.
And
we
check
could
in. Yeah.
check in. We got our little bracelets for the week, and
they shuttled us over.
Yeah, and
to Old San Juan.
They shuttled us from the Pan American pier to Old San Juan, and then back when it was time for us to board. Which I think our boarding time ended up being 2:00.
2:15.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Got back there, went right through security very quickly, and we're on the ship.
Yeah.
So that was
and they have a late departure.
Yeah.
And
a little bit later than normal.
And they also have a late disembarkation time too.
Yeah.
Which we can talk about later when we get to that part. But yeah.
Yeah. So it was
very laid back and relaxed.
Laid back, relaxed. I mean, that's one thing I did not put on the list that I really liked about it is how laid back the entire environment on the cruise was.
Yeah.
There was no dress up for dinner or anything like that.
There was a fancy night.
I love that.
Apparently, we missed it because you brought dressy clothes. And I brought dressy clothes, and I was like, "What night is it?" And they're like, "Oh, it was this night." And I was like, "Oh, I guess I missed that." So.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, then they had the first night they had the pajama party.
Was it the first night?
I think first or second. I don't know. It was pretty early in the cruise, and then they had the Scarlet Night.
That was in the mid.
Those were the two kind of special nights. The rest of the time, you wore what you wanted to. I mean, there was no.
Corey's like, "Oh, I'm wearing shorts to dinner." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
Nobody gave him a hard time about it.
Nobody cared. Yeah. And everybody else was wearing shorts and t-shirts and whatever.
So you know he was happy.
Yeah. I was. I'm on vacation. Damn it.
I like to dress up. I don't get dressed up very often. So
well, that's just me. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, but you look dapper when you dress up.
Well, I have to. I'll do it, but rest of the time, I'd rather not.
Whatever. Yeah.
All right. So what we want to talk about is, this being our first Virgin cruise, what did we like about it? What did we not like about it? And what was whatever. Meh. So, so let's start off with what we loved about it.
Okay.
All right. And I think the biggest.
Well, you say we, so I guess start off with you, and then I'll tell you if I agree with you.
All right. I feel that the biggest standout for me in the cruise was the quality of the food.
Okay.
That was a huge standout. For me, it was the best included food that I've ever had on a cruise.
I will agree with you on that. The food was outstanding. I would say 90% of the food was outstanding.
Yeah.
We had a few times where it wasn't that great. But
the way Virgin does it is they don't have a main dining room. They've got multiple restaurants that you can go to.
That are your main dining.
You just have to make reservations.
Right, it's recommended to make reservations.
At whichever one you want to go to. And I think you're limited to twice at any one.
I didn't know that,
for a reservation. So they do that to spread people out.
Right.
So you've got extra virgin, which is your Italian.
Yeah.
Italian themed. You've got
homemade pasta.
You've got pink agave,
which is high-end Mexican,
ritzy Mexican. Then you've got gunbei. Yeah, right. Gunbei. Yep. Gunbei, which is Korean barbecue.
Which is not barbecue like you would think American barbecue. It's because they grill. It's just
grilled.
Table.
It's So you've got this. So
it's not like barbecue. It's barbecue sauce.
Griddle basically.
And then they play games. It was very engaging.
Yeah, it was. Then you've got Razzle Dazzle, which I think is supposed to be like a vegetarian forward restaurant. That was probably our least favorite.
Well, as far as the restaurants go.
Yeah. And then we had the Wake?
Yeah. That was a steak and seafood place.
Steak and seafood. Am I missing something?
Yeah, but I don't think we went to it.
What's that?
I'm saying I don't think that we went to it. I don't think we hit every one of them. Did
Okay. I thought we did.
Oh.
Oh, no. The test kitchen.
we? Yeah,
That was
there's
another
that
one.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were all very different. The test kitchen just had all kinds of off the wall
Test stuff.
test stuff. Yeah. I mean, it was, if you've ever been to Wonderland on
It
Royal
kind of
Caribbean,
reminded me a little of Wonderland.
kind of
yes.
sort of reminded you of that with that kind of vibe. Well, not vibe, but that kind of menu
Offering. Yeah.
offering on the menu. Yeah, it was very much set up like a laboratory. With stainless steel counters, and the servers were going around in lab coats, and
Well, that's why they do
and
it.
it was
It's the
it
whole
was
experience.
yeah, it was all kinds of
And it was
really
a
weird,
5-course meal.
something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
lots of different courses, and they were all different and strange and unusual, and
Corey ate it all.
And I ate it all, including eel. First time I've ever had
He
eel.
did. I did not order the eel.
Yeah.
I went vegetarian on that course.
It was eel or eggplant. So
I went for the
and
eggplant.
she went for the eggplant.
I tried the eel. I took one for the team and tried it. It was okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was okay. It didn't taste quite as fishy as I thought it would. So it was all right.
Mm-hmm.
And out of those that we've listed, what would you say was your favorite?
Pink agave, probably.
Pink agave, which I think that tends to be the general consensus, is everyone loves pink
The
agave.
virgin or the extra virgin
I really liked as well.
Was really good too.
I would have liked to go back to that just to try some of the stuff that we didn't try.
Mm-hmm.
Because
pink agave, they brought almost everything out. So
you're right. We pretty much tried everything there, especially going there twice.
I was gonna say, and we went a second time because there were we would try there was 5 reservations, which ended up being 6 reservations because she ended up adding another one.
Right.
And so we had a free night, and the only place that we can get a reservation to, well, we did the no, there was 2. So we did the test kitchen.
Yeah.
But they only had like a 9 o'clock seating.
Yeah, so it was really late.
Yeah, and then the pink agave was available at like 5:30 or whatever it was, and we're like, let's just go.
Yeah.
So.
And it was like, okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
But yeah, the quality of the food was
excellent.
Yeah. For the most part, I mean, you have something here or there that may not be as great as you had hoped.
True.
I mean, I wasn't super happy with my steak at the wake. It was okay, but it wasn't. Great.
Being that it was a steak and seafood, I would have thought it would have been better.
Yeah, I would have thought that it would
wasn't
have been a little bit
unhappy,
better. I mean, it's not like Shop's Grill.
No.
But that's extra pay. But as comparing it to the main dining room steaks that you get, it's better than those.
Yeah.
I think pretty much everything that I had,
I mean, even
was better than main dining on pretty much any cruise line.
Even the quality in the galley, which is the buffet, was good also. I just felt like that was a little bit of a step up too.
Yeah, and it wasn't a buffet. That's the thing. I mean, they've got what they call the galley.
Oh, that's true. It wasn't a buffet.
Good evening, Scott.
Hey,
welcome
you're
in.
Not driving and listening. You're actually here. Welcome in.
So yeah, the buffet is not really a buffet. It reminded me of like a mall food court.
Okay.
Because you got your hamburger place, you got your taco place, you got your noodle bowl place, and you got these different places like that. You got the place that gives you your coffee and your sandwiches and paninis, and then they've got a little popsicle stand.
And all this, the healthy stuff with the yogurt.
Oh yeah, the salad, and then you've got your little
daily mix or something.
Yeah, then you've got the little
the daily
package
mix.
stuff that they set out, and it's not a buffet. I mean, I think Royal Caribbean and Celebrity
Well, I
probably
mean, you
have
can go up and get stuff like a buffet. However,
some stuff. Yeah, like
but
the dessert and bread station, you can pretty much get what you want. I mean, you can get what you want anywhere, but
yeah.
um,
But you can also, there's like this little thing on the table with a little flag, like your
oh
mailbox.
yeah,
And you can put that up and you can order anything on the, I mean, there's a QR code. So it like pulls
yeah.
up a
You
menu
can pull up the menu and order from any of the
from
stations.
all the, right, from all the
Yeah.
stations, and a server will come over and they will go and get you whatever
Yeah.
you want. And so you don't actually have to get up and go on those lines.
Right.
You can just sit and order, which was pretty cool. I've utilized that quite a bit. Yeah, sitting still, huh? Oh, that's good.
And for those of you that drink sodas, great news. Virgin doesn't charge you extra for that. It's all included. They've got one of those fancy Coke machines that dispenses everything right in the buffets and anywhere you want to go.
Kind of good to know.
Uh-huh.
You can get complimentary tea and coffee at the galley, which is what we were referring to as the buffet, just to make it easy for everybody to understand. However, anywhere else, even in the restaurants, it is not complimentary or free.
Unless it's breakfast, I think. So yeah, I mean,
what do you mean if breakfast?
Well, I mean, I got coffee with breakfast in the dining room.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was fine. But if you watched any of our videos, you know I like to have coffee with my dessert. That's just kind of my thing. I've gotten used to it. You like to have hot tea with your dessert. Every other cruise line that we've been on, that was no problem. They just bring it to you, and you're good to go. They didn't have that option.
No,
that was one thing that I saw that they were missing on Virgin. Is
loose tea was $6.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and there are no drink packages either. You can prepay for drinks, and get a discount, but there's no package.
Right.
Where
so that's different.
So that's definitely very different. Yeah. And pretty much they don't have any specialty restaurants, but every restaurant that you went to had an extra pay menu.
Oh yeah,
of some kind, or they had a few
or
things on there.
Or a sip and pair, or something.
Yeah, sip and pair, where you get your cocktails paired with the courses, or you had like an upgrade for lobster, or upgrade for a different steak or something like that. So
yeah.
So that was an interesting concept, a little bit different from what we're used to. They did have, the ice cream place. Lick Me Till I Scream, which was free and open. You get it whatever you want, whenever you want.
Yeah.
They had multiple little cafes and things throughout the ship. They had that place at
the social bar.
The social bar. Yeah, that was a neat one where they had popcorn and they had hot dogs and they had wings.
The wings were good.
And they had lots of little desserts and things there. And then pretzels, and then they had gummy worms and saltwater taffy.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the third one.
I don't remember what the third one was either. But they had it in a jar there, and you go up and you say, "I'd like some gummy worms," and they'd fill up a little bag for you and hand it to you. I was like, "Okay, that's
We were sitting there for 20 minutes, and literally a full jar turned into like a quarter jar.
Yeah, I mean, like this great big
you should have seen
gallon jar.
Yeah, the adults are going. It was like guilty pleasures. They were all like, "Oh, can I?" And then they get it, and they're like, "Oh, okay." And then they walk away. It's just pretty funny.
Yeah, popcorn was good too. I had that a few times, but. So yeah, I mean, and then the place at the back of the ship where you could sit down and order the dock house where you could order little small bites.
Those were good.
Yeah,
the shrimp was really and good. The hanger meat, that was good too. So then we had one other thing. I don't remember what it was though, but yeah.
So that's 20 minutes talking about the food. We better move on. The food was just phenomenal.
Really good, yes.
I mean, you couldn't beat it. Of course, the other things about Virgin is
if you want to do room service, if you spend $10, so like if you get a coffee and a tea, right? The tea was $6, coffee was $5. That's $11. So if you get a coffee and a tea, room service is free.
Well, there's no service
There's
charge.
no extra charge.
There's
Yeah.
no charge for the delivery of room service.
Yes. So you have
Okay.
to get
It's
at
not
least
free.
$10 worth of something, and then you can get, whatever. So we tried that out.
Yeah. And I mean, there's some stuff that is free, right? We didn't pay for when we
Because we
ordered
got
breakfast.
the coffee and tea.
Yeah.
That's why we paid for the
Oh,
coffee.
we paid for the coffee
We
and
paid
tea?
for the coffee and the tea, $11, and then we ordered whatever we wanted after that.
Oh, okay.
So it didn't matter what you ordered after that. You just had to pay the $10.
Okay.
So
I wasn't paying that much attention to it.
yeah, that's why we got coffee. That's why I got the fresh tea.
Yeah, but another thing I would say is that Virgin Voyages is more expensive, but your gratuities are included. There's no $18 a day per person that they tack on at the end. All that's included. So
right, I don't like that you tip. Excuse me. We'll do it anyway.
Yeah,
if you want to. Yeah, because it's included, and they're not charging extra for it. But
yeah. All right, so moving on. Let's see the people.
What about the people?
I love the variety that we saw there.
I was like, I hope you finish that sentence. I love you. Don't like people, but I like what you said. I like the variety of people. Okay, that I accept.
I mean, we had a great group we went with.
We did. Everybody
made
really,
some great friends with our group.
Everybody kind of hit it off and got along really well.
We sure did. So that was great. And then you just had such an eclectic mix and blend of people from all over the world, and you name it, you saw it there. So it's a great group of people. So everybody wanting to have fun.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it definitely had a party vibe, but not like the. So it was a different kind of party vibe. It was more like, you're an adult, and if you want to drink and you want to do something, do it.
It wasn't,
and it was okay to talk about it.
It wasn't like a booze cruise.
No, it wasn't.
They did have their nightclub, which I went into a couple of times, and I just wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't my music playing. So
and some of and we'll get to that next. But some of the shows or some of the events that they had were, obviously adult themed.
Oh yeah, pretty much everything was adult themed to one degree or another.
Yeah,
you
could talk about stuff or mention stuff, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, we understand."
Even the Facebook group leading up to the cruise, they were talking about all kinds of stuff.
That was hilarious, asking all these adult related questions, and
yeah.
I was like, honey, did you see that today? And he was like, oh, yeah, I saw that. Asking questions and
things that you wouldn't normally see on a family rated cruise. Yeah.
Things you wouldn't normally think to ask or do on your family cruises. I mean, it's not that people aren't doing it, honey.
Yeah, right. Well,
yeah, they're just not talking about it.
Right.
Openly.
Speaking of which, one of the things on our loved list is the balcony hammock.
Oh,
they talked about that on Facebook and asking about the weight limit and all that stuff. But
I will
Laurie
say
fell in love with the balcony.
I was in the hammock by myself all week. You did actually get in.
I got into the hammock by myself once, and I was like, "Yeah, this is pretty comfortable." I mean, it was really comfortable. Because it kind of lays you out flat.
I didn't know that for the first day or two, and then I was
just sitting in it like a seat.
Yeah.
But no, that sucker stretches out to a full hammock.
Like, oh, this is great. and when the boat is moving, it has like a little natural like swing to it, or a little rock.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So I was just being rocked, and I was just hanging out, looking at the water, nice little breeze. Boom, out every time. Yep. I was snoozing every time I got in there.
All right, it's time for dinner. Wake up. Hurry
up, get in the shower. We gotta go to dinner.
Now, of course, the other thing about sailing out of Puerto Rico is that we had access to a lot of islands that would have taken a longer cruise to get to. In fact, we saw a cruise next year out of Puerto Rico, 7-night cruise that's going to Aruba, Curacao, and
Martinique,
and St. Kitts. And so our cruise was 7 nights, and there was only one sea day.
Yeah.
So
and
that was very, very port intensive. Every day you got up and you were docked somewhere new.
Yeah. And Corey goes, "Oh my God, on these port intensive cruises, you don't get any rest. Maybe just the sea
don't
day.
Get a break."
And I'm like, yes, that is what happens.
So our first stop was in Tortola, British Virgin Islands.
You don't remember? You got to look it up.
Well, yeah, I don't remember everything. But yeah, that was our first time there.
It was.
We didn't see Tortola at all.
No,
because our excursion was to Virgin Gorda, which is an island right next to Tortola,
about an hour a ride away.
Yeah,
but we didn't know that when we booked the excursion. We didn't realize that was another island until we got there, and I was like, "Wait a minute!" And, and it was all day. So by the time we got back, it was time to get out. Yeah, and we're like, "Oh crap, we didn't even see Tortola at all."
Now Virgin Gorda was cool.
Yes.
I mean, we did the baths and Virgin Gorda and the baths tour, and the baths and the caverns and all that and stuff was just pretty amazing. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was definitely kind of cool.
And then we had a sea day. And then we went
I did payroll. I worked.
Yeah. Then we went to Bridgetown, Barbados, which was our first time on Barbados.
Yes, and we did get to see a good part of it. Well, no, we went to the one side. No, that was St. Vincent. That was when we went to the one side. Barbados, we got to see a good part of the island.
Yeah. Is that the one we did a taxi tour on? Yep.
The first first taxi tour.
That was something new that we did as well as did the taxi tours.
Right. Which we did in St. Thomas one year, and it was good.
Yeah. So those were.
Sometimes when you don't have anything planned and you're like, well, I'm just going to try it. Yeah, let's just check it out. And, somebody's there going, hey, we'll give you a tour around the island or whatever. And sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't.
And the best thing about these ports is that we were in port for a long time.
Oh, at least 8, 9, 10 hours.
Yeah, like Barbados, we docked at 8 a.m. and we disembarked at 7 p.m. So that's 11 hours in port. Yeah. So you could take one of those taxi tours and not really worry about getting stuck,
right?
And not making it back to the boat on time,
right.
Because they were like 2 or 3 hours or something like that, and so that was great. And we got to see the islands and see a bunch of different stuff on the islands and see the culture.
A 3.5 hour tour, I think, and then we did. Oh my God, we did some shopping and and then we just got back on the ship, and I think we took a nap that day.
Yeah, we may have.
I'm sure I took a nap in the hammock.
Then it was Kingstown, St. Vincent.
Yeah, which we went on the one side. We didn't go on the Pirates Caribbean side, but
that was another one that we took a tour of. But we saw Black Sand beaches, and we saw the Atlantic side of the island.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
If I go back to St. Vincent, I definitely want to see the Pirates of the Caribbean movie sets, because that sounded kind of
pretty
cool.
But it was the same route, and it cost more money, so he was kind of pushing us to the other side.
Yeah. And then we were in St. Kitts
for the fourth time.
Yep.
And so we did something different, and I really enjoyed that excursion. We ended up going over to Nevis.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was a great time. We had lunch in Nevis.
Yeah, so we had like a 30-minute ferry ride over to Nevis.
I think it was like 20-25 minutes.
Yeah, so
and then
not terribly long.
And then we had the island tour, and then after the island tour, we had a beach stop for 2 hours.
Yep.
And with a buffet. Yeah, that was where we had lunch.
That was really nice.
Buffet was great. And and a couple drinks were included.
Quiet little island,
I really felt like our little area that we had was it's not private, but it wasn't crowded. Yeah. It was like reserved just for whoever was on that tour.
Right. And there
weren't people on our bus. I don't think it was fully, because when Kendra and I asked about it, they said that there was room for 31 more people.
Oh, okay.
And so I don't think it was fully sold. I don't think it was fully sold out.
And so that was neat because we've been to St. Kitts so many times and done pretty much everything, all of the regular excursions there to get to its sister island, St. Kitts and
Nevis.
Nevis.
They're one.
Yeah.
They're
2 islands, 1 government. So
yes.
So that was cool. And then we finished up in St. Croix on Friday.
And we
And
did
that
a
was our first time there.
brew and rum tour.
Yeah.
And if you guys follow our social media, you saw one of the pictures that we had. Fuzzy Adventures. Hello, welcome in.
Welcome in.
And Scott, let me see. Go to Fuzzy Adventures first. Hello,
Yeah.
welcome in.
Welcome.
And Scott, let me see. Oh, a gondola.
The gondola and up the mountain, which we did the last time we were there.
Okay.
It was closed.
Is that because of the weather? Yeah. Sharky. Yeah.
Yeah. We've done, one of those pickup tours in St. Thomas.
Yeah, I think it was like $35, and it turned out to be a pretty good tour.
I think we were going to do the gondola that time.
Yeah, and it was too windy, and we couldn't do it.
Or no, I don't think it was too windy. I think
they
they talked us into taking that tour instead. Said it was cheaper and you'd see more of the island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the first time.
And then we went to the daiquiri, the banana daiquiri place.
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool.
In St. Thomas. But St. Croix, we went to
we did a brew and rum tour.
Yeah,
Leatherback
Brewing, which is their primary location. Primary brewery is on St. Croix. Mm-hmm. And so we spent
and they have another one in
or so there. Yep.
Yeah.
And we'd actually previously visited their brewery in St. Thomas, and I got a t-shirt, so I wore that while we were out.
I know, and the guy took a double take, and he's like, "Hey, you wearing a Leatherback shirt?" And Corey's like, "Yes, I am."
We visited your place in St. Thomas, so
and the beers are solid, very good.
Got great beer.
If you like some beer, definitely visit Leatherback for sure.
Yep, or pick up their beer when you're in the islands.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. And then we went to the Captain Morgan's distillery.
That was interesting.
It was, yeah. They walk through the process, let you smell the different ingredients and stuff like that.
You weren't allowed to film a lot of it.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to film a lot of it because of the process, but they took us through some other stuff. Mm-hmm. And found out that they make the rum there, but they don't do the blending for bottling. That's done in the States. So I guess they make the alcohol in St. Croix, ship it to the States. Was it Kentucky or Lexington, Kentucky or something like I don't know, something like that. And then they add the spices and the stuff that makes it Captain Morgan's. But we got to try a bunch of different Captain Morgan's rum.
Mm-hmm.
So
we did
the traditional spiced rum, the white rum, the Private Reserve, I think, and
then there was the other one.
The coconut and the pineapple, flavored rums. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
lots of alcohol. But anyway,
they did make sure that you had enough to drink.
So that's why we say the ports were just great on that cruise, because you got to go into a lot of those smaller islands that you don't always get to go to.
That you would normally get to see.
Mm-hmm. St. Croix, I've never even seen that on a cruise itinerary. St. Vincent, that's a fairly small island too. So lots of smaller islands.
I've heard of St. Croix, but I've never been on it.
Never been to St.
And
Croix,
I will tell you, being driving through St. Croix, I looked at Corey and I go, this reminds me of Florida in the 1960s.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of flat, and it really just had that vibe of it. I felt like I was in the U.S., even though it was a U.S. territory or whatever. But it was pretty cool.
Yep, sure was. Let's see, what else did we love? The casino. Loved.
Why did we love the casino?
I tell you why I love the casino. $10 blackjack.
And
I mean,
$5 roulette.
$5 roulette. I mean, you think, okay, this is like an upscale cruise. The casino is going to be stupid expensive.
We do have some followers that do like their
Yeah, that's
casinos.
for sure.
But $10 blackjack tables are nice.
Yeah, I will say this: I hit quite a few different slot machines.
I didn't.
They don't have
any
that
of it.
many that I would normally play, but I spread the love around. I would
spread the love.
I would jump from one machine to another, and I had really good luck with that.
You
I
did.
mean, I would sit down in a machine, I'd play. If it didn't hit in like 10 spins, hit something in 10 or so spins, I'd move on to another one. And I tell you, I sat down at like 5 or 6 machines that in those first 10 spins, I hit a jackpot. And so, yeah, I was happy with that. Actually, had enough money to sit down at the blackjack table.
And I did not
on my $20 a day budget.
Right. And I did not gamble, so I definitely saved up my 20s and went to the blackjack table.
Yeah. So yeah.
Although I did play bingo for the first time.
Yeah, and so we both sat at the blackjack table on those $10 blackjack hands, and we played for hours.
We did, and that's how you get free
with
cruises.
$100. You know, I mean, I'd sit with $10 blackjack. That gives you 10 hands, which is really what you need to even get to the point where you're winning or whatever, where you break even. You need at least that many hands. 20 would be better, but anyway, yeah, $10 blackjack is hard to find.
It is very hard to find,
and
which is why we were pretty excited about it.
They actually had a $15 single deck blackjack, which is even better in some ways because those automatic shuffler things are a pain.
They use 6 decks in the one that we were using.
Yeah.
Downtown Grand in Los Angeles. Okay, yeah.
Weekdays. Okay.
Do that on weekdays.
Yeah. So I mean,
they use 6 decks.
Yeah, 6 decks in the perpetual shuffler, which means nothing. Who cares how many decks are in there? If he deals a hand and then all those cards go right back in and can come up in the next hand.
I will tell you, I noticed that with different dealers, they put that in at different times. So some of the dealers let it kind of stack up for a bit. There was 1 or 2 of the women dealers that were doing that would do it after every hand.
Yeah.
But some of the other dealers, and I'm not saying the women were. That's what I noticed, and then some of the men just kind of left it on the side.
Anyway, that's what I loved about the casinos. And I mean, the fact that I could sit there and play blackjack for hours, even with the stupid people playing next to me,
just people,
splitting tens.
Just don't say that they're stupid.
God, what are you doing?
There was somebody that split 3s.
Oh, I got a pair. I got to split it.
And they split 6s.
It's like, oh my God,
why
what are you doing?
Why would you do that?
And
But we ended up getting lucky and we walked away.
Yeah. Even with
more than what we started with.
The people that
didn't play properly,
refused to hit a 16,
Oh, because what happened was they would do it and they would bust. And so they were like, nope, I don't want to hit. And they would lose anyway.
Yeah.
Because they only had 16. But
anyway,
we did pretty good anyway. So
yeah, we did good. Yeah. Actually won money.
Yeah.
We took money home from that cruise. Didn't give it all to the cruise.
I did. And I said, Corey, give me your original money. He went, why? And I went, because that goes back in the vacation fund. You can keep whatever you won. Okay.
Okay.
This so you have it next time.
Yeah.
You can use it again.
So if I lose it, it's fine. But if I don't lose it, I got to give it back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of sounds like your dad when he took you gambling and we give you money. Oh, you didn't gamble that. Why am I going to give you more money?
Oh, I know. And everybody else got more money. I didn't. And he was like, because you don't gamble it. I was like, well, because I'm smart and I keep it. I spend it on
They
this
still wanted
other
more.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he's giving everybody else more just because they lost it. That's not my problem.
All right, moving on to the meh, not so
And
great.
we got everything in the likes.
Yeah, maybe the venues. I don't know what else you want to talk about the venues, but I mean, I'm just trying to.
I mean, I played bingo
Yeah.
for the first time, and they had some. And I've never actually sat and done the bingo on cruises or whatever,
Yeah.
but they had like some entertainment between the rounds because I guess they had to make it an hour, and there's only so long that you can sit there and call the numbers and stuff like that. So they did regular bingo the first one, and then they did specialty bingos on the next two. And so there was a lot of people that played that the jackpots were over $1,000 if you won. Yeah, I think it was up to like I think the highest was like $1,600, and the one before that was like $1,200, and the one before that was like $800 or $900. I mean, that's some money.
Yeah,
I'd like to have won that. I didn't.
So, meh.
Meh.
Starting off with meh. Entertainment.
Elevators.
It was I thought the elevators kind of sucked.
Okay, so that
would be hated.
The next one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say hated. That's not a good word. But well, okay. Not so good.
Oh, then don't say hated, but I mean it's thumbs down.
Yeah, thumbs down category.
Thumbs down category.
But okay, so Matt, you said entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment for me was a meh. It's like some of it was okay.
It was I would say a mixed bag.
Yeah, it was a mixed bag.
Because some of it was good, and again, we didn't go to a lot of shows. We didn't do a lot of. We didn't see a lot of stuff. We didn't go to comedy. We didn't see the magic. So.
No.
We went to the Diva show around the world.
We didn't went to the Diva show.
I liked that. Corey.
She liked it. Really I was like.
I thought it was funny. It was cute.
Dude can't even sing hardly.
I thought he was good.
I didn't think he was that good.
Okay. Or she.
Whatever.
But the what other shows did we?
The dinner show.
That was not so good.
Well, I thought the show was good. I like that show better because they had some really neat acrobatic stuff that they were doing.
Was good, but the comedy relief was not good.
Yeah.
Like they had those women that acted they acted stupid because they were like, oh, well, what do you do? What? That was kind of annoying. But the other stuff was good though.
That was the only subpar food that I had on the ship.
The food was not
the
good
food
there.
In the dinner show was just it was
and
like
you didn't have a choice. You eat fish or chicken. That was your choice.
It was like regular dining room cruise fare. And after spending the week eating really high-end stuff, it was kind of a disappointment in that dinner show.
My fish was so dry. I couldn't even eat it. It was bad.
Yeah.
But it was good because we went to the test kitchen after, so at least we got more food.
Yeah, so we had an early dinner show at like 5:30 or something.
Yeah.
And then a few hours later, we went to the test kitchen and kind of got some
more food.
More food, at least. Were they smart elevators? No, they were not. The elevators, I don't know what it was about the elevators, but a lot of times they just seemed to be very, very busy.
They were kind of slow. Some would pass you by.
And they pass you by. You're like, oh,
it's coming. And
there's an elevator on 15. It's coming. And, we're sitting there on 14 and it's like, nope, it's on 10 now.
The one thing I did like about them is in the back of the elevator, which I didn't notice until maybe 5 days in, because the elevators were so crowded, was that they had like what was going on for the day.
Yeah.
And what time, and even in the ports and stuff. And I was like, has that been there the whole week? Like, I didn't see it. And it wasn't until we had the elevator door itself that I was like, oh, well, that's cool. Has it always been there? And it was. And so.
And the rest of the elevator, all the way around, are mirrors.
Yes. And
or very shiny metal.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
and
it's like,
change colors.
You can see everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See who's staring who up and down. And
Were you in the elevator that one time when it was full and I was in the front and I was like, so the doors shut and of course they're mirrors and then you had mirrors here.
Yeah.
And somebody said something like, "Oh, now I can look at y'all." And like I looked in there and like everybody started laughing because I could see everybody behind me and what they were doing.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. The one thing that they don't do, and not all ships do it, but I wish that they would, is put the days of the week on the floor.
On the
like,
floor,
because you have no idea, like, oh, wait, what's today? What's tomorrow?
I think pretty much that's only royal and celebrity.
And the one thing that they could do better, I wouldn't even put this as a thumbs down, is that you didn't know what was aft or what was forward or aft. Like they didn't have like a little map.
Yeah, so
it was very hard to find where you needed to go.
That's one of the things that I would say I disliked about Virgin is you get off an elevator, there's no deck map.
You don't know where to go.
You don't know where. You're like, okay, I know that it's on this deck. But I don't know where it is on this deck.
And that was on the Valiant Lady.
I don't know which direction anything is. What's forward? What's aft? I don't know.
And occasionally they had a little sign that said, "Oh, this way and this way."
All right.
But it wasn't on every floor, and it wasn't for all. It wasn't. It was. I don't know when it was though.
Hey, George.
Hello,
welcome in.
George.
Back from Beer Club tonight.
Yeah.
That's where I know George from. Brandon Bootleggers Homebrew Club.
Yeah. We're just talking about Virgin, what we liked, what we didn't really like, and one of the things we were just talking about was that Virgin didn't have any kind of map, so you didn't know where to go when you got off the elevator. Did you know which way was forward, which way was aft? You didn't know which way to go.
I'm used to getting out of the elevator and looking at the deck map and saying, okay,
this is where I need to go.
This way and forward, aft, or whatever on a sign there, so you know where you are. There was none
and after
of that.
Like the first or second day, you're like, oh, I got this, you know. But on Virgin, it was, and I don't know if that's on purpose because everything's laid back. And you know, I mean, you just kind of go.
You go with the flow.
Yeah, either you find it or you don't.
And you may have to wander
maybe
a little
find
bit.
Something else.
And then you'll find like glass doors on something, and then they've got directional arrows. Oh, you know, this restaurant's this way, this thing's this way.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They have that too.
Why is that over here, not in the elevator where people are looking where they're going to go?
And all I want to do is open the doors. What's behind these doors?
Yeah.
Because they were glass doors.
The elevators did have lists of, okay, this is what's on each floor.
It should, it told you what was on the floor.
You don't know which way to go.
Right, but you didn't know which way to go.
This doesn't make any sense.
And it was helpful that our room was close to the mid elevators.
Yes.
So no matter which way we went, we at least were in the middle.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to walk from one end to the other.
And we were on deck 14, so we only had to go up one flight to get to the pool deck, and the all-day food or whatever you want to call it, the buffet. It's not the buffet, but the galley area. So yeah, that was nice. But yeah, that was one thing that I forgot to put on the list. That it was definitely a dislike. All right. So George says Roatan Brewing is the best brewery in that part of the Caribbean. Got back from that cruise with 7 nights starting January 3rd. Cool.
So speaking of that, and for the people that have tuned in after we talked about it, we went to Leatherback Brewing in St. Croix and in St. Thomas, and their beers were very solid. Very good. We were very pleased with the quality of the beer. So just throwing that out there for you, Mr. Taylor.
All right. So other things that we disliked, because we're getting down to about 10 minutes here. And we don't have that many things that we disliked.
No. And I didn't say a dislike that they didn't. It was just something that they could do better. You know, confused us a little bit. It wasn't like, oh, bad, thumbs down kind of thing.
The ship map was a challenge. Even in their app, it's buried somewhere, and I could never find it when I needed it. So it's not like
the app could be better.
You open the app and you just click on the ship map like I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's buried in some menu somewhere, and I never could find it twice.
So there's things that they could work on.
That was disappointing.
Right.
All right. Back to things that at least I disliked.
Right, because I'm gonna say my piece after you say your piece.
She's gonna say her piece. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Of course. Well, that's why we do this.
Room storage. I was very disappointed to find that all of those little corner shelves and things, or the cabinets and things over the beds and cabinets in corners, things like that around the room, or a long credenza type cabinet in the middle of the room. There was none of that. None of that. You had one closet that had a couple of drawers in it, had plenty of hanging space. Well, where do I put my t-shirts and my underwear, my socks, and all that kind of stuff? There was really no place for that. Where do I put my camera gear and the stuff when it's charging, or water bottles, or all of these kind of things? So luckily, we had tons of magnetic hooks and hung them on every spare wall space, and hung everything that we could.
All right, can I say something?
Same problem in the bathroom. The bathroom has no storage. You've got maybe 18 inches of countertop, and that's the only place you have to store anything. So we had our toiletry bags hanging on the back of the door, on the towel hooks all week.
But one good thing about not having that is that I was able to keep the room halfway organized, because there wasn't crap everywhere, which we tend to kind of drop and go. But so that was kind of nice. But we did make it work.
Yeah.
Because there was little drawers and stuff, and that was nice. And in the bathroom, like Corey said, we left our toiletries on the door, so that helped too. But it would have been nice to have a little extra storage in the bathroom.
Yeah. So George agrees. Leatherback in St. Thomas was very good. Yeah, we went to their production brewery in St. Croix, and had a great time there.
What happened with Mary?
I almost found out how good the insurance was when a Jeep ran through the exclusive pedestrian signal when they were returning to the ship.
Oh,
it's right across.
Only you guys.
But
So I would agree that it would be nice to have a couple more shelves and stuff, but we did make it work. It wasn't unworkable.
Yeah, and the other problem with the bathroom was it was all fiberglass, so there was no sticking magnets to the wall.
Yeah.
You would need suction cups or something. And I guess Virgin, their cabin layouts are supposed to be more aesthetic than they are functional.
Mm-hmm. Again,
so that was a bit disappointing.
We made it work, but something that they could have done better, in our opinion.
Yeah. All right. Next we've got
and these are not Virgin Voyage.
Yeah, these are not specifically Virgin Voyages. These are mainly San Juan. We already mentioned the outrageous prices they want for hotels in San Juan. $300 a night was the least we could get. That was
it was more than that, but
yeah. And then when we were leaving, coming in, it wasn't so bad, but when we were leaving, the San Juan airport was an absolute madhouse.
Well, hold on. So you had a festival, right? For that was there that weekend. Hold on. Then you had Royal Caribbean ship come in. I forgot which one it was. And you had our ship. Our ship had 2,700 passengers on it. And so let's say that the other one had 20-something hundred, 3,000 passengers, right? And y'all get in the morning, and where do you go? You go to the airport. It was a bleep bleep show.
Yeah, it was a
bleep bleep,
a disaster.
Oh my God, we chose to go to the airport to spend a bunch of hours there instead of go around the town, because we had already done that. So we're like, we'll just go to the airport. We'll relax. We'll download some shows or whatever, But
here's the problem: there is almost no seating anywhere in the terminal.
Correct.
Outside of security.
Correct.
None. I mean, people were sitting on the floor all throughout the space. We go down to baggage claim, huge open area, not a single chair in sight.
No.
Just trying to get away from the people. We
I
went
mean,
downstairs.
We stayed
and
there
it
for
worked.
about an hour.
We sat there for about an hour on a ledge.
Because we had a seat in front of an area that was blocked off, but then they opened it up because what we didn't know, because we stayed there for an hour downstairs, and Corey was like, well, we should probably go upstairs. We could probably check our luggage now, because you can't check your luggage until about 3 hours prior to your trip.
Right.
So approximately. And so we're like, okay, we'll go upstairs. And we have TSA pre-check. So we're like, oh, okay, let's, we'll get on the line. And, well, first we went on the American line.
Yeah. And then they pull us out of that line and say, hey, you got to go get your bag scanned.
You had to get them inspected.
Yeah.
In a different area.
You have to have them go through this Department of Agricultural scanner, I guess, checking for any bugs or fruit or whatever it is.
That's where we were sitting that they moved us.
Yeah.
And so we got through
that. We got through that, checked our bags, and then the TSA.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. Checking the bags. I would not have brought this up if we didn't have an issue later.
Yeah.
Okay. And if we go over, I'm sorry, but this is something that you guys need to know. So they made us check our own bags in, right? So we had to get the tags and, and all that stuff.
Yeah, they have the little terminals, which some airports do that.
Right. And so apparently you're supposed to keep a receipt of some sort. And I didn't, because I didn't know. They were like, oh, you just put it around it or whatever. I put it around it and whatever. We were done. Our bags were delayed, which we can talk about after we get to that point. And they're like, well, what's your bag number? I don't know. You don't have a receipt? You're supposed to be on that. No, I don't have anything. You made us do it ourselves. So what do you want me to tell you? I didn't know I was supposed to keep a receipt. But anyway,
So George asks, have cruises planned through June, any from October to November? This year we do not.
There's been talk about one in November because my aunt turns 80 and she's been not so subtly dropping hints about wanting to go on a cruise together with everybody. And so it was suggested that we do a post-birthday, pre-birthday for Lori and my aunt.
Okay.
So,
the only thing...
October, probably not, but November, you might be able to twist our arm a little bit.
Yeah. This year... our next cruise is not until July.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we're going to Amsterdam and then sailing the Norwegian fjords. And then we've got a New Year's cruise this year. So that's the only thing we've got booked at the moment.
All right. So we get through our bags.
So we get our bags checked in. And then we have to find the TSA pre-check line.
Corey will contact you privately to see what we can work out.
TSA pre-check line extends from security all the way past all of the airport check-in or the airline check-in desks
to the other
to the far side of the terminal.
And I kept going,
I'm like,
is this pre-check? Yes. And then I would go a few people, I'm like, is this the pre-check? And they're like, yes. He's like, why are you asking everybody? It's the same line. I go, well, just in case somebody's in line that shouldn't be in line. And come up to find out that there were some people that were not supposed to be in line.
Yeah, well, there were some people, but that's their fault.
And so we go to the back of the line, and we're like, holy crap, look at this. And then I was like, well, I got to go to the bathroom. So I went all the way down, and I was like, I'm texting him. I was like, oh, my God, it's worse on this end. like it was so much worse on the other end. Oh, my God.
I mean, it took a long time to get through the TSA pre-check line.
Oh my God.
I can't imagine what normal security.
Faster than the other one. Oh my God. It was crazy.
So then the other thing I'll say about the San Juan airport is when you exit security, you don't exit into a terminal that says, okay, terminal A is this way, terminal B is this way. No, you get dumped out in the middle of this store. I mean, it's like you're in one of these grocery stores where you've got to go down these aisles where they're trying to sell you stuff before you can get to what you're looking for.
There were a couple different vendors on.
No. It's one huge store. There was no vendors. It was their It was their
like a
duty free store.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was huge.
And he was like, "What the hell?" So you had to walk through that, and then you had to find out where you were going.
I mean, you're walking next to these bottles of liquor and stuff with your bags, your carry-ons, and it's like, what is this? I've never seen anything like that in an airport before.
No.
It's like they're more interested in getting you to buy something before you leave Puerto Rico than getting you to your terminal or to your.
Yeah. And so we were delayed going out because it's tense. So I'm going to talk really quick. Yeah. We were delayed going out, but they ended up making up the time by like 5. We were 5 minutes late. That's it. We ended up only being 5 minutes late, but we still had about a little less than 45 minutes to get from Terminal C to Terminal E, which was technically like a 20-minute
walk. Yeah.
And so we were kind of booking it. My knee was hurting. Your back was, your hip was hurting and all that. And so we made it all the way there. And as soon as we got there, they started boarding. So we're like, oh, thank God, we made it. Like, we were stressing, like, oh, my God, are we going to make it? So we got on the plane. And then we get to, that was Charlotte. Yeah, that was when we were delayed in Charlotte. And then from Charlotte, we went to Asheville.
Yeah.
And come to find out that our bags did not make it on the plane
right
in Charlotte, that they were behind us by like 4 hours or whatever it was. And that's how I found out about the bag things that I was talking about earlier. But
fun stuff. Yeah. Just got them today, in fact.
Well, and they said they're going to be delivered to you, right? And because we got in kind of late and nobody was at the airport. And I was like,
on Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Saturday night. And they did the whole thing. And they're like, oh, we're really sorry. They were really nice. And I go, look, we travel a lot. This doesn't happen very often. I understand things happen, no big deal. If it's under 50 miles, they personally deliver it to you. This is through American Airlines, right?
Or through the airport. I don't know who handles it at that point.
Well, that's true. That's true. And then if it's 50 miles or if it's over 50 miles, they'll deliver it to you. And it was Saturday. And they're like, just to let you know, you won't get it till Tuesday.
FedEx,
Right. And so I looked it up on the map really quick and I go, oh, one says 50 miles, one says 51 miles. And he's like, that's computer generated. You just don't know.
Yeah.
And so come Tuesday, today's Wednesday, I keep thinking it's Thursday. So come Tuesday, our bags were still showing at the terminal.
Yeah.
And so I was chatting through
air tags for the win.
And for like 45 minutes, we're going around in circles. And he's like, oh, you need to go to the airport. And he gives me this airport code that I don't even know what the hell it was. And I was like, are you sure you don't mean AVL? He said AVP. And he's like, no, AVP. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'll be going to that airport. And so finally he was like, yeah, you need to file a claim. And I'm like, I have a claim number. And so I gave him the claim number. He's like, okay, 1 minute. And then he was like, oh, okay. I have just escalated this to priority delivery or whatever. And I was like, well, it's just going to work out that tomorrow morning I'm going to be in Asheville and I'm going to be at the airport picking my friend up. Can I just get my bags? No, it's with the delivery people already. You can't do it. You have to wait. It's priority, blah, 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 blah. But and when we got them today.
They finally delivered it today.
So it worked out.
George says Mary is looking at an Italian and Greek Isles cruise with return to San Juan, Puerto Rico in October 2027. It's a back-to-back for 4 weeks. Wow. That's some cruise.
Oh, we'll put that on our bucket list when we retire. Like
no doubt.
You guys are retired. That sounds lovely.
It does.
That's lovely.
All right, guys. Well,
so to recap, we loved Virgin.
Yes.
And I think it's safe to say that might be our favorite right now.
It's close. I mean, every cruise line's a little bit different.
That's true.
I mean,
that's true.
If I want a really laid back, enjoyable atmosphere, no kids, absolutely Virgin's going to be my choice.
All right.
If I want, I still love Celebrity.
Celebrity is a great cruise line.
And if I want a little bit more,
Celebrity and Virgin are like right here.
Yeah. I mean, we have not. One thing we have not done yet is have the main dining room food on Celebrity, because we've been Aqua Class both the times
we have. And the one time I didn't even know we were Aqua Class, and the next one that we go on, we're Aqua Class also.
All right, so we're gonna have to go to the main dining room just to see what the quality of the food is, because we've been in Blue, and Blue, I would say Virgin is at least Blue quality food.
Yes.
If not a little bit better.
Yes. Agreed.
So I don't know what regular Celebrity food's like. So
because we're so spoiled, and bougie. Yeah,
but I mean, Royal Caribbean, Royal Caribbean's great.
I've never had.
I've had no problems on there.
Yeah.
And the main dining room's food is okay.
I can't wait for you guys to check out our videos and see all of our fun excursions. We did a lot of really cool stuff. Yeah, and Lori had some really life-changing
because
moments. Like,
before we even got on the ship, we did a rainforest excursion in Puerto Rico and jumped off some rocks and slid down a rock waterfall thing.
It was definitely life-changing. I had to face some things that I have held very dear for 40 years. So it was kind of interesting, and everybody was so supportive. So that was good. So wait until you see it. Cool.
Yeah, it is.
And we'll leave it on that.
I think we shall. Let's see here. There we go.
The regular. I haven't heard this. It's been awful.
So, until next time, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this brief visit to Virgin Voyages.
Yes.
Those videos, it'll probably be a couple of months before those come out.
Yeah.
And we're still working on Cruise Before Last.
Yeah, and we're so glad that you came out. We have a lot to say still, but you only get a little bit.
That's right.
Because we're up over an hour.
All right, guys. Until next time, from Peaks to Tides.
See you on the next ride.
Bye.